unforgettable moments that a man will replay in his thoughts again and again, even when you're not around. You see, most people assume kissing is just about passion or attraction. And sure, it can feel electric, even wild. But what if I told you that where you kiss a man matters just as much as how you kiss him? What if I told you there are certain spots, not always the ones you'd expect, that actually make a man feel noticed, wanted, and completely disarmed in the best way? Here's the thing, it's not about being overly sexual, it's not about trying too hard. It's about building real moments of closeness that make him feel something no one else takes the time to trigger. Moments that make him think, I don't know what it is about her, but I can't stop thinking about her. Today, I want to walk you through 5 unique places where men love to be kissed. And trust me, a few of these may surprise you because they're less about physical thrill and more about deep emotional connection through touch. And that's why they're so powerful. If you're ready to do more than just catch a man's attention, if you want to genuinely leave a lasting mark on his heart and mind, then keep going. Because once you get why these spots matter, you'll see that building true attraction is a lot more natural and tender than you ever imagined. Let's get into it. When it comes to kissing, there's one area that holds almost magical influence over a man: his neck. The neck is one of the most sensitive, overlooked, and emotionally loaded parts of a man's body. It's amazing because it ties together physical response and emotional openness. Most men go through life feeling like they need to stay strong, to keep their guard up, to stay in control. But the neck is one of the few areas where that guard falls away. It's unprotected, it's soft, it's vulnerable. And when you kiss a man there, you're making contact with a part of him that isn't used to being safe, that stirs up something inside him that even he might not fully recognize. Now, here's the beauty of it. It's not about being intense. It's not about attacking his neck like it's some movie scene. It's about understanding the strength in softness. A slow, warm, lingering kiss just beneath his ear. A gentle touch of your lips along the side of his neck when you lean close. These are the kinds of moments that spark something electric that words could never replace. It's about teasing, not rushing. It's about being fully there with your touch, as if you're truly taking your time with him, not just going through the motions. When you kiss a man's neck with that level of attention and care, you're saying something without words. I'm not scared to get close to you. I'm not afraid to take my time with you. I'm not afraid to let you actually feel. And whether he admits it or not, men crave that kind of closeness. Because here's a truth no one talks about. Men are desperate for touch that isn't just physical. Touch that tells them you're safe here. You matter here. I'm with you, not just for what you can give me. The neck, when kissed gently, creates a powerful bridge between desire and trust. It turns attraction into connection. It gives him a moment to stop pretending, to stop impressing, and just be present. And if you want a man to think about you long after the evening ends, focus less on doing something grand and more on small moments like this. Almost invisible touches that go far deeper than surface-level chemistry. The memory of your lips on his neck, the feeling of your breath warming his skin, the quiet nearness of that moment. It won't fade quickly. It stays with him. It echoes. It lingers in his mind in the best way. And here's another thing. You need to remember that each man is different. Some will love a firmer kiss. Some respond better to something softer. But what matters more than technique is intention. It's whether you're paying attention. Are you watching how he reacts? Are you adjusting your pace, your touch, your closeness based on how he feels? That's where real chemistry lives. Not in a list of moves, but in the way you respond to each other in the moment. And when you get good at that, when you kiss a man's neck, not just to get a response, but to share something, he sees you differently. You're not just the woman he flirted with, you're the woman he felt. The one whose energy he can't duplicate, the one whose connection he can't forget. So don't ignore the power of the neck. Don't rush through it. Take your time, make it meaningful, make it about closeness, not performance, and you'll see how even the most confident man melts from the quiet magic of your kiss, because sometimes the softest kiss speaks the loudest, and sometimes the gentlest touch leaves the strongest impression. Now, if there's another place that holds an incredible mix of power and softness, it's a man's jawline, that defined edge, that strong angle. It practically calls for attention, but not because it just looks good. It's about what it means. When you kiss a man along his jaw, you're doing more than being romantic. You're recognizing the man he shows the world, his strength, his pride, his presence, while also slipping beneath it to create something personal and genuine. The jawline matters because it's where tension lives. Think about it. When a man is under pressure, stressed, or trying to stay in control, he tenses his jaw. It's one of the places he hides his stress. So when you lean in and kiss him there, especially when he's not bracing for it, it has this incredible way of making him breathe. You're giving him a break from holding it all in, even if it's just for a few seconds. And again, it's not about rushing or making it too sensual. It's about slowing down. It's about letting your lips trace the strength of his jaw and showing him through touch that you see him, that he doesn't have to hold it all together with you. What makes it even more meaningful is that jawline kisses usually happen during moments of real closeness. Maybe you're sitting face to face. Maybe you're curled up together. Maybe you're mid-conversation and lean in without warning. It's that kind of affection that feels real, spontaneous, memorable. And that unpredictability, that little surprise, makes it unforgettable. You shake him out of routine. You make the moment feel more alive. And that's what sticks with him. The way you made ordinary moments feel full of life. Here's another thing most don't realize. When you kiss a man's jawline, you tap into something deeper. His natural desire to protect, to lead, to be someone you admire. It's like you're saying, without using any words, I see your strength and I love being close to it. And no matter how confident he is, every man wants to feel that deep down, to be seen, to be valued. Not just for what he does, but for who he is. And the best part? It doesn't need to be big. It could be a soft kiss right near his jaw when he hugs you. A gentle trail of kisses along his jaw when you're sitting side by side. A light kiss when you're laughing together, close enough to feel his breath. It's those casual, quiet kisses that hit the deepest, that feel real, that feel earned. That's what he'll remember. At the end of the day, kissing a man's jaw is more than about looks. It's about acknowledgement. It's about being present. It's about saying, I recognize the man you are, and I like being near you. And if you can make him feel both solid and soft at once, you've done something unforgettable. You're not just someone he passed time with. You're the woman he felt safe enough to be himself with. And that's the kind of bond that lasts. There's also something incredibly touching about a man's hands. They're not just things he uses, they're how he builds, how he expresses, how he holds, how he protects. So when you choose to kiss his hands, you're doing something that seems small but feels huge. You're recognizing the part of him that gives and creates and offers. The part that might even hold you sometimes. And that simple gesture, a soft kiss to his hand, can completely catch him off guard in the best way. Most men aren't used to being treated as delicate or precious. They're used to giving, to doing the hard work. They're used to being the one who reaches out, who offers strength. But when you take his hand and kiss it, what you're really saying is, I notice how much you do. I appreciate you, and I want to give something back. It flips the script in the most beautiful way. You're telling him he matters, that someone sees the effort behind the action. And it doesn't have to be dramatic. It could be the gentlest kiss on the top of his hand during a shared laugh. It could be a soft, slow kiss on the back of his hand while he's holding yours in a quiet moment. Or a playful kiss to his knuckles when he's joking with you. It's the quiet nature of the kiss, the subtlety, that makes it hit different. It's unexpected, it's real, and it lands right in his heart. It's something most people completely overlook. The hands are one of the most emotionally sensitive parts of the body. Hands hold memories. When he thinks of you, he'll recall how your fingers slipped into his, how your touch made him feel secure, wanted, and appreciated. Kissing his hands isn't just about physical affection, it's emotional grounding. It anchors your connection in something real, something lasting. Think about it. Each day, his hands are fixing, lifting, holding. When you kiss them, you change their purpose from being tools into something worthy of love and care. You give him a moment where he doesn't have to be the strong one. He simply gets to be loved. And men, even when they don't say it out loud, crave that deeply. They yearn for the kind of affection that doesn't ask for anything in return. A kiss to his hand tells him that he's valued not because of what he can do, but because of who he is. If you're wondering if he'll think that's strange, the answer is no. He might be caught off guard at first because it's not something he's used to, but once he feels it, the honesty in your touch, the sweetness behind it, it will stay with him longer than you think. Because it's rare, it's personal, it's deeply human. Kissing his hands creates emotional closeness in a way that words often can't. It builds trust. It gives him the feeling that with you, he doesn't need to wear that mask of always being the man. He can just be himself. And that kind of bond is priceless. It's the kind of connection that makes him miss you even before you leave. The kind that makes him glance across a crowded room and smile because he knows you truly see him. So don't overlook the quiet magic of kissing a man's hands. It's gentle, it's surprising, it's unforgettable, and sometimes it's the quietest acts that leave the deepest echoes in someone's soul. If there's a place that really touches a man's spirit when you kiss it, it's his forehead. It's not dramatic, it's not overly romantic, but it's deeply powerful because it reaches his emotions in a way that few other touches can. A kiss on the forehead is pure. It's not about seduction. It's about love, care, and comfort. When you kiss a man's forehead, you're saying, "You're safe with me. You don't need to be anything else right now." These kisses happen in the calmest moments. When you're curled up after a tiring day, when he's thinking deeply, and you want to let him know you're there. Or when he's opening up and you want to show him your full support. And here's the beautiful part. He won't forget it. It leaves behind a memory, a warmth, a moment that stays with him well after it's over. Because in a world where he constantly has to act strong and hide his feelings, your soft kiss to his forehead becomes his safe place. And it's not about having the right words. Sometimes the most meaningful moments are silent, where your touch does all the talking, where your love wraps around him like a blanket and says everything he didn't know he needed to hear. A kiss on the forehead creates closeness in a way that big romantic gestures just can't. It's what keeps two people emotionally connected. It's what makes him not just like you, but truly bond with you. It reminds him that real love isn't just about passion and sparks. It's about feeling at home with each other, about having a relationship that feels strong, safe, and genuine. And when a man feels that with you, it changes everything. It transforms the way he sees you. You're no longer just someone he's with. You become the woman whose love he relies on, the one whose presence calms him, whose touch he remembers when everything feels overwhelming. That's a connection that lasts. So never doubt the quiet strength of a forehead kiss. It might be soft, but it speaks louder than words. It's the gentle act that tells him, "I've got you. You're safe with me." And for a man who's used to carrying so much, that kind of love is rare and something he'll never want to let go of. There's something ancient and deeply comforting about a man's chest. It's not only about physical strength, it's about the feelings it holds. When you rest against a man's chest, when you touch it, kiss it, or lay your head there, you connect with one of the oldest and strongest ways two people bond. It's the feeling of comfort, belonging, and closeness. When you kiss a man's chest, it's not just about desire. You're creating an emotional closeness that words often can't describe. A man's chest is where he hides his emotions, his stress, his silence. It's where he carries everything he doesn't express. And when you gently kiss that area with love, not with expectations, you're telling him, you don't need to hide with me, just be you. It's a moment that's both calming and exciting because honestly, every man loves being wanted. He loves knowing that you're drawn to him, that you enjoy being near him, that you take comfort in the space he offers. But this isn't only about attraction. It's about being fully present. It's about giving him your full attention, not distracted, not trying too hard, just offering genuine love. And that's powerful because it reaches more than one emotional need at the same time. On the surface, it feels good, it's sexy, but deeper than that, it reassures him. It says, you, as you are right now, are everything to me. And that kind of reassurance, that sticks. It stays longer than any sweet text or grand date. Kissing a man's chest also reminds him that no matter how he acts on the outside, whether he's being tough, successful, or quiet, underneath all that, he's still just a person who wants to be loved without having to pretend. Your kiss tells him that he's allowed to feel, that it's okay to drop the act for a moment and just be held. And this can be just as moving even during light-hearted times. Maybe you're lying together after laughing until your stomach's hurt and you kiss his chest without thinking. Maybe he's sharing something important and you show your love by placing a soft kiss right above his heart. It doesn't need to be a perfect romantic scene. The magic is in the real, simple moments, the ones that are just yours. There's something else too. Kissing a man's chest is a sign of trust because the chest is a vulnerable place. It's where his heart beats. It's where he's most real, even when he hides it. When you kiss him there, you're telling him that you love every part of him, not just the strong parts. And that kind of message, that's rare. That's the kind of love that makes a man want to hold you closer and guard you fiercely because you gave him something stronger, emotional security. So if you want to create a moment that stays in his heart, one he'll always remember when he thinks about real love, kiss his chest. Do it gently, do it sincerely, do it without expecting anything back, and you'll be giving him something more meaningful than words ever could, the feeling of being truly loved for who he is. When we talk about the places where men love to be kissed, it's not just about what feels good, it's about what those places awaken emotionally. The neck, the hands, the chest, the forehead. These aren't just spots on the body, they're emotional doors. Every kiss you place there doesn't just touch his skin, it touches his soul, his feelings, the deep parts of him that he usually hides from the world. Because the truth is, what men want most isn't just physical touch, it's emotional safety. It's knowing that with you, he's not just admired or wanted, but seen and understood. It's feeling that your touch says, you're not alone, I choose you not for what you do, but for who you are. And that kind of bond, that's rare. That's the kind of connection that keeps two people close even after the early excitement fades. That's what turns love into something deeper. So the next time you're with the man you love, don't forget the power of a soft, meaningful kiss. On his neck when he's playful, on his hands when he's being strong, on his chest when he's showing his heart, on his forehead when he's simply human. It's not about big shows of love, it's about small, real moments of care, the kind of moments he'll think about at night when he's lying in bed, feeling lucky to have you. And if this message touched you, if you want to create deeper, more lasting love with your man, make sure to stay connected for more real and honest relationship advice that actually helps. If this message spoke to your heart, let me know. Which kiss felt most powerful to you? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Just remember, love isn't built on perfect days. It's built on real moments. And every time you show up with care, with love, with real affection, you're not just loving him, you're giving him a reason to love you even more. Until next time, stay true to yourself, stay powerful, and never forget the beautiful magic you hold in your heart and in every kiss you give.